Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. So today we have objects on top of piles, which is something different, I must say, because usually I don't put them on. I challenge you all the time, and some people hate me for that. But here we go. So a quick update. I'm gonna be going away for a month. I don't know how things will go. All I know, I'll still try to put out YouTube content for you guys, and I might come on and do like maybe a live reading for people live. We'll see. I need to check on energy once I land. I'm going back to London, and I might take a couple of private readings because it's been, I think, almost a month I haven't been taking readings because I was working on introspective hypnosis. Obviously, I'll keep you posted, guys. Here we go. These are your options. Choose yours, and I'll see you in timestamps. Hey, pile number one, people. So let's see what is up with you the next 7 to 10 days. Let me just move these aside. Okay. I hope you're all doing well, guys. Right, so you have the blue flame. It says spontaneous awakening, activation, integration, time. Okay, this is big for sure. Then you have the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. I'm gonna leave these cards up here. I'm gonna be pulling from more decks, and then we're gonna read them all. You have doable. The key is within your grasp. This is cool. I like that. And then you have the transmutation card, which is interesting as well, right? The trigger statement would be, I don't know who I am, and the true statement is, I am. Oof, this is big. There is no efforting required for this shift. It's already talking about this blue flame here, about the awakening. There is a big energetic shift coming for you, pile number one. Be present and allow every aspect of your being to transform. And when I'm saying transform, I'm looking at the cosmic heart, right? It seems like she's focusing on her heart space. For a lot of you, I want to say it's very connected to, and we have the doable card, whatever I want, I can reach. I think you're bursting, your energy is bursting, pile number one. The next 7 to 10 days from now, you're like, I can do whatever the F I want. And maybe before you were like, I don't know, or you were doubting a little bit yourself. You coming into full power, which is amazing. You're like, I don't care. I see that key, I need it, I'll take it, okay? The key is within my grasp. I can do whatever I want. It seems like you're allowing yourself to be so much more than you ever did. Maybe you kept repressing your personality or yourself, or you were like, I don't know, can I actually achieve this, or can I be this way? And there is a very bright and inspiring part of your personality that's going to be shown to the world. That's the way that I'm seeing it here, pile number one. For a lot of you, this is a massive shift. For some of you, that DNA repairing is the, I want to say, spiritual DNA, right? For others of you, it is to do with your body. And I'd say expect yourself to feel like a new being 7 to 10 days from whenever you're watching this video. There is a new part of you that's being birthed. That's the way that I'm seeing this pile. And there is no effort that is required for this shift to take place. It's almost like it's happening. You want it or not, it's happening. You're gonna feel it. Regardless of where you're at now, what you do now, how you feel now. It's happening for you. And you will see that key and you will grab it. What a pile. Quite a nice start, pile number pile number one. Let's see which decks I want to use for you. Let's take the Super Lunaris. Okay, color blue and violet for a lot of you will be important. Okay, Let's talk about how will your next week and a half look like, please. Major cards coming out. We're not surprised, are we? Major arcana is here. You have the Chariot, you have the Hierophant. Let's clarify the Hierophant. There's a story behind this. You have the Seven of Cups. You have the Lovers. Let's clarify the Chariot. The Page of Wands. Look at that fire, right? For me, this is a representation of you somehow here. You're like, and we're clarifying the Chariot here. It's saying, look at me. You're very open to any experience that maybe you have been repressing yourself from, or you felt like it's not your place, or I can't do it, or you know what I'm getting here for pile number one. If you felt sometimes, you know, when you have a great time, when you feel happy, if internally you felt a little bit like, oh, I'm afraid something bad might happen, I cannot be this happy all the time, or I cannot be this, have my inner child next to me, you know, all the time, and I cannot be playful all the time because I have to be serious. If I'm serious, it means I'm responsible. And I think for pile number one, what you realize, you can be in the perfect balance of both. You have fun, you put yourself out there, you seek for new experiences, new connections. It's almost like you will become much more playful, but it's not that you are not responsible. You have both in control. Both of these energies are in control. I want to say with the Hierophant here, you're going to have a lot of options out there, and since we have the Lovers following, there is something to do with connections. Would it be romantic? Would it be platonic? That, you know, it's out there. So maybe before, if you thought that, I cannot meet someone new, would it be friendships, would it be romance, you're gonna be shown that you can achieve any connection or have any connection come in your life. But first off, you're gonna be representing yourself, that connection that you want. You're gonna be in that energy. And therefore, you will allow this connection to come in, or maybe a couple, because I'm seeing a lot of options for you out there. Let's clarify the Lovers. Thank you. Six of Swords and the King of Cups. You're making a decision about someone here. Do I want to come back and try again, or do I want to move on? I'm hearing, can I? You have the Ten of Pentacles here. Whatever you're doing here, it's very connected to other people, it seems like. So expect after this energetic shift takes place, okay? Some of you will have spontaneous awakening. Some of you will feel it in your core. It may come through as, it may be felt as in your body. So it would start somewhere around root chakra, and you'd feel that, you know, energy traveling up to your throat. So for all of you, it might be slightly different, but I'd say observe your body, because your DNA is actually repairing, okay, on spiritual and body levels. But whatever is happening here is somehow very connected to other people that you cherish in your life. Maybe you're gonna be thinking about what you actually want in the long run. What do I want? I know I want 10 of Pentacles, but what is it that I need to do on my side that I can attract this? There is a strong sense of community here. And masculines will be important for you the next week and a half. Masculine energies in your life. Look, I keep pulling and pulling, right? We have the King of Cups, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Knight of Cups. And we talked about all of these options, right, that you have. So this can be business related, but for most of you, I'm feeling that this is connected to your love life. I'm seeing there's someone out there for you who wears their heart on a sleeve. And it's very easy to talk to them. Maybe sometimes you don't even need to say anything, you just understand one another. Then there's someone else who's a bit of a tough, someone who's very logical, but someone who's a straight talker. They tell you how it is. And this person might be a little bit colder when it comes to emotions than the person A that we talked about. But then there's one more energy that I'm feeling here, someone who's very light-hearted. Are you deciding, pile number one, or what kind of love life you want to have, or maybe what kind of friendship you want to have? For some of you, the way I'm seeing this, because it's giving me the sensation of this can be the same person. Maybe at first there is going to be a person who'll put all cards on the table, but once you spend a bit more time with them, you realize that maybe they're not as emotionally open. But it's not in a toxic way for most of you. It's just that that's how they are. They're not very maybe romantic, or they're not used to talking about feelings that much as this person over here. What is going on, pile one? What's going on, pile number one? Seems like you are thinking of traveling towards someone or making a decision about someone. What did I say? Right? What did I say? What do? I don't know what to do, right? I don't know what to do. Why are you confused, pile one? I think this confusion comes from, again, as I told you before, suddenly there is a lot of people wanting your attention or showing you a lot of love or compassion, and it's all at once. And you're like, I don't know what to do with this. It's very confusing. I don't know whom to see first, or I don't know whom to talk to first. And it's because you're gonna be that energy yourself, and you're drawing everyone else who has the same energy to your life. See, it's happening because you're gonna be standing in your power fully. And it's very attractive. It's almost like you wish that everything could slow down a little bit. You guys. Okay, one card wants to pop out. Let's take that card. Yeah, I see you have a lot of wisdom to offer, and a lot of people will be feeling that the next week and a half. Right, so shall we talk about this straight away? Like, was a whole story. I was meaning to split it into finances, career, relationships, and this was supposed to be like a general energy, but we already got a story from this. It's probably very important for some of you, but let's look. Okay, when it comes to your finances, money, finances, stability, career, what is going on? Again, I keep seeing someone planning a trip, or you're gonna hear from someone. There is a message coming across maybe the world, maybe from somewhere else, and it might be to do with some kind of a trip or a future plan, okay? So we're talking about career and finances, and here we have the 10 of Pentacles as well as the 6 of Pentacles. You're gonna be feeling that your finances feel much more balanced. You're pretty happy with the 10 of Pentacles. You know that you are secure, safe, and protected. And anytime you feel like you run out of money, it comes out of nowhere, you know. So you need to know a thing. What you need to take from this for the next week, week and a half, just observe when this happens in your life. Whenever you feel like, ooh, I'm kind of tight now on my bills, or whatever the case, you being sent someone or a situation where it helps you out and it balances everything. So I think for a lot of you, you'll realize that you are protected all along. And I also want to say there is a very strong connection to heritage here. So maybe you're going to receive something from your family members, or maybe information will come through about someone who feels like family to you, about your financial situation. But overall, you're pretty happy. You keep looking towards the horizon. You're like, what's gonna happen next? Let me see what's gonna happen next. And it seems like you're going to be getting quite, I want to say a lot of universal feedback when it comes to your finances. Yeah, it seems like, and I felt this 5 of Wands reversed when it came out. It feels like the struggle is going to be over. But for a lot of you, you firstly need to truly believe it in your core for it to be over, because I feel like some people are stuck in a situation where they're like, this is never gonna get better, or I don't know, you know. Oh, it started raining very nicely. You might hear it on my mic. But yeah, and you keep protecting your job, your finances, and you protect, maybe you used to protect it from the lack mindset where, oh, you know, if I don't fight, it's not gonna come my way, right? If I don't fight, it's not gonna come my way. I will miss something. And it's saying, think about this, really? It doesn't have to be that all the time, right? It's a lot to do with your perception. Obviously, you gotta work to get money. Like, this is not what I'm saying. I have to make sure that people get what I'm saying, because sometimes my words are being twisted in the comment sections, and I'm like, oh, nope. Okay, let's see him. What else? I'm telling you, look, the Queen of Pentacles is here. You're pretty happy. I think there's something about the way that you'll... Okay. What Magician is here. Look what's happening outside. It's crazy. So I'm sorry if that's quite loud. But it's actually ice. That's why it's so loud. What's happening here when it comes to finances and money, I'm seeing for you guys, there is something to do with your image, your perception, your image. I do believe that you might want to buy something for yourself that's gonna make you feel great. And that's coming through quite strongly. You'll feel good, you'll look good, therefore it seems like you are attracting even more things your way. Somehow for you it's quite important to feel or to do something for yourself in order to feel good. Maybe it helps you out when it comes to manifesting and attracting things, or changing your belief system about your finances and money. It's quite personal. I'm not going to dig too deep into this, but it seems like someone's going to be using their mind to attract even more. The feeling that I'm getting behind this is very hopeful, but also assertive. I'm sure that this and that is going to happen. I'm sure I'm receiving this message. I'm sure my future plans will go the way that I want them to go. This is the power energy to be in, okay? And I think maybe for a lot of you, you'll be working on that. You have the doable card. Let's read about this. Oops, I don't have a book. Bear with me. Maybe for some of you, if I'm going to be reading about this card, you may have a maybe useful advice so that you can start applying it to your life right now. It says, what you seek is within your grasp. As with all yeses, there are adjustments. Release yourself from a lingering mental prison of fear that you are not enough, that you are not worthy. You have the right key. Don't doubt it. It's time to be grateful for your teachers. We have a teacher here, right? Let's pull him out. Oh, don't we? Oh no, I took it back. We had a Hierophant, remember, at the beginning? It's time to be grateful for your teachers, even the ones whose lessons you didn't necessarily like. Past lovers, past employers, bullies, cyber stalkers, all had lessons to teach you. Incredibly, when you meditate on gratitude for these lessons, the struggles around you dissipate. The key to opening the rest of your life hovers within your grasp. It's yours to use. The 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉 fearlessly breaks through the glass ceiling and grabs the potent symbol of her 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉 of wisdom, the golden key. Tears of blood are shed, residues of past pains and losses reflected in the carved face on the entryway above her are now transformed into power and assertiveness. If this card is drawn at a time you are seeking to step up into the next widely acknowledged level of success, Ten of Pentacles, right? The Queen of Pentacles. Whether it be career advancement, passing a test, being accepted into an institute of learning, this card indicates that the answer is yes. Boom. Here you go. It put everything very nicely into perspective. Let me have a sip of tea and let's continue. All right, let's talk about love, since a lot of you guys have asked me to do a love reading. I thought I'm gonna incorporate love messages here. Let me see which deck I want to use. The Urban Tarot. Okay. And this week we're purely focusing on romance. Okay? I'm looking at romantic love here for you, since you asked. Okay, what do you need to know what's happening? You have the Moon. You have the Queen of Discs. You have the Ten of Wands. You have the Eight of Wands. We're going to be also pulling from a couple of other decks, guys. Okay, this is already interesting for me. And the Five of Cups. Alrighty. Where is my... Let me see which deck I want to use. Shall we bring the Romance Angel deck out? I think I might. I'm using the Cocaine Tarot for this. Let's see what is the overall energy here for love for pile number 1. And I want only 3 cards. Okay. We'll leave it as it is. Bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Wands. Alrighty, let's see. So you have the Knight of Coins, the Two of Cups reversed, the Seven of Cups. Give me a minute because this is a bit of a story here. I think for a lot of you, you'll be seeking for answers. Why someone, and there is the feminine energy connected here, but I'm not feeling that this is you. This is someone else. Why it had to happen this way when someone has somehow impacted the connection, the relationship. Now, this can be a couple of stories. One story could be that maybe your own mother or grandmother, whoever raised you from the feminine side, right? What you saw and how it impacted your view on relationships. Or for others of you, maybe there's a third person in a picture. Now, whoever this is someone who has a very strong motherly energy here, okay? And it seems like you're seeking for answers. Maybe if things were moving slow for you when it comes to relationships, you're like, let me dive deep with the moon card here. Why is it happening that way? For a lot of you, it feels like you already sense that the Two of Cups have to be reversed for now until you sorting everything out. Because if you do put it upright, it would be very burdensome for now. So maybe right now you understand that it's not the best time for you to rush with the Eight of Wands here, because you're gonna be walking straight into the disappointment, and you're like, I don't want this. What I want is to realize why things have to be taken slow. For a lot of you, I keep looking at that Knight of Coins. Why do I have to take it slow? What needs to be let go of here with the oppression card, right? Maybe you are not completely open with people, or you don't know how to be vulnerable, or someone else that you are involved with, right? And you're like, I don't know about that. Let me think about this with the Seven of Cups here. There are options out there for me, but it does seem like you might be drawn back to something. Your mind is being drawn back somewhere where you know yourself, if you rush, it might lead to disappointment. So maybe with the Knight of Pentacles, you're being asked to slow down a little bit, or the connection will be slowing down, right? In order for, it's almost like it's being put on pause if you're in a relationship right now, in order for someone to sort themselves out and to realize what it is that they want, and to really dig deep here. Let's pull like let's read the trigger statement, what this is, because it feels quite heavy here. What this is about relationship. Okay, thank you. We have black pepper. A trigger statement is I am trapped. Really, look at these two. We have oppression and we have I am trapped. So maybe for some of you, you're like, I cannot let go because I'm trapped. But the true statement is I am whole. Allow the parts of yourself you hide to make themselves known, right? Release yourself. Show yourself for who you truly are. We talked about this in the intro. In the light, you will see the wisdom they hold. Guys, I think for a lot of you, for pile number one, it's saying, listen, there is so much more that you have oppressed in yourself that you gotta untie yourself, and then this spread will change. There is something that you have buried in you that needs to come out in order for a relationship to be the way that you want. And maybe for some of you, if there is a pattern of moving too fast, it can be in your head, right, too, or it can be in relationship. Okay, let's see. It feels very healing here, so I like this for you. What's gonna happen once you have realized this and integrated this? What's gonna happen? You have receptivity. I am guarded. Nice. My heart is open. Here you go. And I put it on the oppression card, right? This is the time for you to receive new information. Open your heart to receive it. Here you go. We have the cosmic card here too. So for a lot of you, for pile number one, maybe that's why in the intro we started straight away talking about all of these connections with other people. Because what you're doing here is it seems like you're approaching your relationships a bit differently, but you're looking inward and you're like, listen, why am I like this? Why am I missing myself? Why am I not given to the other, right? Or maybe to myself with a cosmic card here. You're making your life a moving prayer. And you know, for me, this seems like it's been there for a while. But why I'm happy to see this, I'm kind of stoked, because you will have it's almost like I'm seeing a vision of someone standing in like a big wave coming onto them and washing everything away. And when this person opens their eyes, they go like, whoa, like it's time for me to deal with this. So I can put the Two of Cups upright. And let's take a look at when you do. What happens next? Shall we? I'm gonna use the same deck. I don't even know for how long I've been chatting with pile number one. Yeah, been half an hour. Oh God. Okay. What happens next once you allow this to happen and open your heart? You have the Eight of Cups. You have the Princess of Discs. Okay. You have the Prince of Cups. You have the Five of Cups. It's still there. You got, it seems like it's very deep for you here. It's really deep. Maybe you'll need some time to spend with yourself, right? You have the Lovers. Let's take both of them. You have the Prince of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups. I want to say for some of you, you know, what's that blockage here? And the Moon is back. Yeah, as I said that. What the blockage here is, you have the Empress. Almost like someone maybe sometimes thinking that they're not worth, deep inside, they're not worth certain types of connections. That's what I'm seeing here. Maybe you saw what you saw growing up. It's a programming already, you know. It has to be difficult. It has to be, you know, maybe dysfunctional, and that's the pre-programming, right? And we have the Hacker card here. What relationship looks like, right? What you saw, what you experienced in the past. And what you're doing is, seems like you're gonna be taking some time to say to yourself, hey, Nana, let's erase that software and install a new one. Because what I want is this. But what's been maybe holding me back for a while is this Moon card here, right? And it's all about your subconscious programming with a Hacker card about the relationship that's gonna come in the future. So I hope that this made sense, pile number one. Your pile is probably gonna be the longest one because, well, what stories we have here. And maybe if you're in this situation, you're gonna start today after you listen to this reading, right? Maybe you're gonna do it with meditation. Maybe you're gonna do it in some other way. It's funny because after this reading is done, I was planning to go and to just sit still and to spend the rest of the day on self-care. So maybe for some of you that's needed too. And I hope this is helpful. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you soon. Bye for now. Hey Tribe, whoever has chosen pile number 2, it started raining outside, so if you can hear the raindrops, if my mic is picking it up and is bothering you, I apologize, but it should be calming, I believe, right? So let's take a look at what we have here for you guys for the next 7 to 10 days from now. So you have the Lost Lands, Soul Memories and Gifts. You have done this before. Intriguing. Then we have Trust the Timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, I see. We have Furgun, Become a Loving Mirror. And we have Evolution. The trigger statement is things will never change. The true statement is I attract only what is for my highest good. And it says the imbalances and relationships that have been keeping you down are no longer needed. You are ready to transform. Okay, since we have the Furgun card here, And we have the Lost Lands card. You've done this before. I do believe that for a lot of you, what you're going to be looking at and what is happening here. Okay, this is going to be a very specific, so I hope this pile finds those who need to hear that. Someone is going to be reevaluating relationship in their life. Platonic, romantic, whatever that would be. And you know, the Furgan card is I love this card and I love this deck because it's very straightforward. It's like, don't BS me, you know, look at this, look at that. Let's not be a victim mode. And that's what kind of decks I love. But here, what the Furgan card says, basically, whatever it is that you keep seeing that triggers you in other people, and it's not only one person, it's saying, remember what you put out is what you receive. So let's check in on ourselves first, right? And then let's check in with other people. And I think for a lot of you, that's what you're going to be doing. So let's start with the Furgan card. I'm going to pass the message here for you from the author. Let me get the book. And I want to say for a lot of you too here, you will understand that your timing is different than everyone else's. You will stop comparing yourself to other people. Say, you know, someone in your circle bought a house by, I don't know, 25, or they got married by whatever the age, and or maybe they financially stable, and you keep comparing yourself to what it is that you maybe don't have. Or if you think that your journey is a little bit slower, you realize that your journey is very different than other people's around you. And I think you're going to be making peace with it. You may experience downloads, pile number 2, the next week and a half. That's coming straight from your ancestors. That's the way I'm seeing it. For a couple of you, this is going to be from your higher self. You're going to be shown things, situations in your life that's going to feel familiar to you. And you're going to be like, this is weird. It feels like I've done this before. Yes, you have, probably in the past lives. So you will probably be observing what it is that keeps resurfacing for you, or what it is that feels internally that there is more to it than just that situation. I need to dig deeper, and I need to learn why this is happening. This is a very deep pile, very, very deep pile number 2. Let me have a sip of tea. Let's talk about the Furgan card. This card can be a representation of someone else that you are going to be dealing with in your life. It says, the simple and unselfish joy that comes from knowing something good has happened to someone else fulfills and heals the angry, self-pitying soul. It's time for emotional unification and appreciation for self and others. When we delight in the well-being and success of others, we mirror these thoughts. As has been demonstrated and proven in the science of quantum physics, we become part of what we identify and acknowledge. Unconditional appreciation for others' happiness is liberation. It touches our soul and reverberates through our experience of like the delicate ripples across the man's heart. It is time to be brave and put your fear, resentment, jealousy, and anger aside, and delight in the joy of others. Trust and know that by this simple contemplation and observation, your own heart is healed and restored, and your life will reflect the joy and success you see around you perfectly and uniquely. Yeah, this is intense. I like that for you. And you know, the trigger statement says things will never change. And what you're doing is switching it up. You're like, this will change. I want to say for a lot of you, I'm seeing a vision of someone wearing glasses, and those glasses highlight certain patterns, scenarios, things to look at for a person throughout that week or week and a half. It's almost like it's straight in your vision. You're like, yep, noting this down, noting that down. Wow. Okay, let's read pile number. Nope, I don't want this deck. I want this deck. Super Lunaris. Let's see, what can you expect the next week, week and a half? Main energy, please. What can you expect? 8 of Wands. Three of Knights. 3 of Cups. Yes, look, these people have their hands up in the air. I love this. It seems like you're getting rid some kind of a grudge, or maybe someone who held that grudge on you, or jealousy. Whatever this is in the Fergan card here, would it be you, would it be someone else? There is some kind of unexpected celebration coming through here as well that I'm seeing, that's gonna make your heart sing. Reunion possibly, maybe as well, with a friend, colleague, maybe a romantic partner, doesn't matter, but reunion is strong here. And there is someone is really happy because they're moving somewhere. Maybe it's an actual move, maybe a trip, or you're receiving some kind of recognition here. You will approach timing a little bit differently the next week, week and a half. Bang, the Empress is here. There was some type of jealous jealous energy when it's connected to you, but it's in the past. I'm seeing it in the past. The next week, you literally on top of the world, you shining your light, you're proud of yourself, you like, look at me, look how far I've come, look what has happened, but I made it all happen. Wow. I want to say, for some of you, maybe you're giving birth, so congratulations if that's the case, because it's almost like someone is overjoyed. The Four of Wands is here. You celebrating something for sure, and it's not only once. I think there will be a couple of celebrations here. Would it be in person? Would it be on Zoom? Okay, doesn't matter, but you're feeling pretty happy. This energy is beautiful. It's saying basically you're gonna be living your life, like literally, pile number 2. You'll be living your life. You're gonna be enjoying yourself. You'll feel happy about, there's something connected to your home life that you will be happy about. For some of you, there's something to do with your belly. Maybe if you're struggling from IBS, you're gonna have an easy week. So maybe you're changing what you eat, or you're not stressing as much, and therefore you are not getting bloated so much anymore. Okay, let's move on. Let's take a look at your finances and stability. Let's take a look at your finances and stability. We have the Ace of Cups. You have the Tower. It came reverse, like reverse. Right. I'm gonna keep it that way because I don't want to move it. I don't always read reversals, but whenever my hand doesn't want to touch the card and to move it in any other way, I don't do it. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. And you have the Five of Swords, bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, it seems like there's gonna be an opportunity here that's I feel like it's maybe been delayed, or you kept delaying something and you're gonna want to take that opportunity to start something fresh. because you kind of knew that first of all you gotta let something go in order for this new opportunity to come in. And you are patient with this. You are quite patient, and you know that you're gonna have to keep on fighting for what it is that you want. You have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. It's very connected to your independence. You know that this is not over. You gotta, there's a lot to be done, I'm hearing. There's a lot to be done, and it seems like you're very good at timing. You're very good at prioritizing tasks, and therefore you are not afraid to put some things on the back seat and tell them to wait until you sort your priorities out. Four of Pentacles reversed and Strength. Yeah, you're letting something go that's been burdensome here. What is this? Yeah, because you want to stand in your power. It does seem like for some of you, you might be declining some offers, or you did decline some offers because you felt like it's not good enough for you, or you have it better. You are choosing who to work with or what kind of clients to take on very Seven of Cups. Yeah, you're very specific about what kind of job you want to do and how you want to approach your job and what kind of people you want to work with. It seems like there might be quite a lot of people coming your way here, reaching out, and you're going to be taking some time to contemplate whether you want to go for it, or it's something that's going to keep you stuck. You're protective of your finances and career here, that's for sure. You're like, I don't want any devils in my garden. And what I mean devil, it's something that may tie you to something, maybe a contract of some sort or a connection of some sort that you have to keep on entertaining, which you intuitively feel like it's not probably going to be best for you, and therefore you are very cautious about what it is that you sign or what kind of partnerships you want. Maybe it's due to the past experiences that you've had, but for a lot of you, I feel like you're doing it intuitively. You're like, let me think about this. Is that good for me? What does my body feel, right? Am I drawn to this? Am I being pushed back? Yeah, you give me a vibe of someone who likes to learn on their own, and you'd rather take some time and spend some time researching or doing your bits, right, and pieces, your responsibilities on your own, and only when you need help, that's when you ask for help. Or if you know that you need professional advice, that's when you ask for it. But you're very independent the next week and a half when it comes to your finances and career. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. Expect a new start here, it's saying. And at first you may be like, I don't know, if I want to take this. Remember how I talked about this? You might be delaying something on purpose, or you may have to cleanse the slope, I'm hearing, right, in order for this new beginning to start. But it feels very independent here, so it's not that you're being given something, you make it happen for yourself, for most of you. For others of you, you will be offered something here for sure. And you're like, but even though someone else is offering you something, you're taking some time with the Seven of Pentacles to think things through, and you're like, give me extra time. Give me extra time. Let me see if this is going to grow me and grow me as a person in a way. Because you want the best when it comes to career and partnerships. And you started with really intense and very beautiful spread here. So it seems like a lot of you're literally taking no shit. Okay, you're taking no shit. You know what you want, you know what you want to do, and you're gonna be very selective. Okay, let's take a look at relationships here and romance, because a lot of people were messaging me for the past couple of weeks. I don't know, it came like a wave, you know, everyone needs a romance reading. So I'm going to be focusing mostly on people who are single or who are not in a long-term relationship here, and see what's going to come up. Alrighty, we're gonna pull from Cocaine Tarot. I brought it back just for this. 3 main cards for the romance for the next week and a half. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 2 of Cups, interesting. I'm saying interesting because the exact same deck, exact same position, 2 of Cups came up in the other pile. So it does seem like a collective is going through something when it comes to romance and connections to other people. And we have 9 of Coins. 2 9s from both sides. Let's dig deeper. Let's take these back. And we're gonna be using the Triple Goddess Tarot. Okay, let's take a look at 9 of Swords here. What is it that this person is being worried about? I'm seeing this person because it might be you or it might be someone else. Someone is worried about their family life, or, and I got shivers when I said family life. Someone is worried about their stability and their family life. I don't know why this is. Let's take a look at why. Because someone might see something. Someone doesn't want something to come to either light, or they want to take things slow here. And I do believe with the 6 of Wands, someone might be sabotaging themselves, and things are much better than they see them. But overall, the message for the 9 of Swords, from the 9 of Swords, is someone is worried about either their own finances or family life. Talk me through about the 2 of Cups here. 10 of Swords. There's something ending here. Let me see. Some kind of struggle is ending. When it comes to this connection, what is going on? It seems like someone's going to decide to take a step back and allow the other one to come in. That's what I'm seeing here. Someone is going to change their behavior on purpose. Let's take a look at 9 of Coins. 8 of Pentacles. It seems like someone is very focused on their independence and work here. That's for sure. Someone is really busy. But that work and that job or that independence is not keeping them warm. Sorry guys, we got cut off. But what is going on here? It seems like someone is going to be drawn to a specific location for a reason. Maybe someone is waiting for them there. Maybe some kind of reunion will be happening. I want to say, looking at all of this, someone is pretending that they don't need someone, but they do. It's that type of scenario. I don't need no relationship. I'm good on my own. But really, someone does. But they're just not showing it. And I think for a lot of you, this is you. And maybe it's because you've been hurt in the past and now you have this facade, right? Like, I don't need this, I don't need that. Okay, let's take all these cards back. Let's take a look at who's gonna be important for you when it comes to the next weeks and a half. Romance. I want to switch decks. Wait. Let's use the urban deck. Who's gonna be important? We have the Knight of Wands, which in this deck is called the Rock Star. We have the Ten of Swords again. And we have the Princess of Wands, which is the dancer here. Overall, what I'm seeing, there's someone that you might be attracted to, or they are attracted to you. This can be vice versa, but whoever this is someone who's super creative. They out there. They probably have a very interesting career, or the way they present themselves, it's very it's sexy, it's attractive, it's alluring almost. And I want to say that this image might be very alluring, but it seems like this person is just a normal human being like everyone else once they're at home. It's part of what they have to do when they are out there, I want to say. So there is some kind of a spark happening here with someone who presents themselves really wisely. They're very calculated about it. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. And they're very alluring. We have the Princess of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely someone who's in a creative field. And we have the Queen of Wands. Someone who might be visible for other people, or someone whom people look up to, you know, and it's a big group of people I'm seeing here. What can you expect? We have the Five of Pentacles. Seems like you are worried about this person, or you're worried that you are on your own and there is no reunion here, or something couldn't happen. Yeah, and you have the Ten of Wands. You're worried because it's too heavy for you. What can pile number... Okay, let's take a look at this deck. What can pile number pile number 2 do? What needs to be released here? You have Innocence. I have so much to do, which is a trigger statement, and the true statement, I am playful. Let the burdens of responsibility go in this moment and look at your world with the eyes of a child. Maybe for some of you, you're afraid to touch that fire, right? With the Rock Star as well as the Princess of Wands. Maybe you're gonna have an urge to bring this part of you out, but you're worried about it because maybe it's been oppressed for too long and you haven't been playful for a while. And I bet if you're very, you know, career focused, you might feel strange about it, right? People, throughout time, people forget how to have fun. Obviously, it depends what you need from this connection, right? If you want to go and play and have fun, go ahead and enjoy your life, right? Live your best life. Then we have Gratitude. I am overwhelmed as a trigger statement, and a true statement is I am moving. The time for planning is complete. Take action, no matter how small. Begin today. Maybe for some of you, this is your call to take action. One more card. Okay, thank you. We have Connection. Trigger statement, it is too much. True statement, I am grounded in my body. Use your empathic abilities to connect with others. Discern the information you receive and do not take on what is not your own. Yeah, with the oppression cards for sure. Don't take what's not your own, because your body will feel very heavy and your body will feel weak. It's saying differentiate what's yours, what's not. Even when it comes to your thoughts, I'd say, I think this, whatever this connection is, two people need to talk. What do I want? What do you want? We have 2 9s here. I think there is some kind of similarity between these two people. I think they both quite afraid to show a part of themselves here, or they both quite independent and no one is changing their behavior, right? And therefore it can be a little bit like 10 of wands or a 10 of swords situation. Do we end this or do we continue, right? I'm still drawn to you, I'm still attracted, there's that creativity, there's something that you bring out of me. Let's reunite, but someone has to speak up here, right, in order to move forward. I hope this made sense. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3 people, so let's see what is up with you the next 7 to 10 days from now. So we're starting with perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Then we have you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Love this. Then you have detox. Cleanse and restore yourself. And also you have soothe. The trigger statement is I need to fix this. The true statement is I am willing to learn from this. Lift yourself above your life situation and observe as a witness. Understand that you are so much more than the story. This very much ties in for me with the perspective card, where you are becoming a witness of everything that's happening in your world and in your life. So it seems like the next week and a half, you realize that it's almost like you gain a completely new perspective of who you are and what you want to be and how you want to approach life. With you not for everyone card, it seems like you will cherish yourself more, and therefore maybe this is going to somehow impact the relationships in your life as well. What you need from them, what you believe you deserve, and where you're going. Your path is not everyone else's path, and that is literally like your theme for the next week and a half. And with that, maybe you're going to do a little bit of detox. You're going to be like, do I really need to fix this? Or am I someone who have fixed too many situations or people and now it's my time to fix myself, right? Or to focus on my own path. A lot of you are focused on your mission, pile number 3. So let's take a look. What is happening the next week and a half? We're going to be using the Triple Goddess Tarot for you. Ace of Wands. I want to say one more thing. Whatever you might be worried about right now, in the near future, none of it will matter anymore because it's going to sort itself out perfectly. Seven of Pentacles. I want 2 more. Okay. So we have Ace of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords, bottom of the deck. You have the Knight of Pentacles. So you're very patient. This is a week of patience and observation for you. You are going to start noticing how everything falls in the right places. You are not worried, you're very peaceful. You know that you're grabbing some kind of new opportunity, and this path that you walk in is going to require you to be very present, and it's very giving. Whatever you're doing in life, it seems like you're able to give so much to other people. And you're not rushing. The Knight of Swords in this deck is not rushing, okay? Well, usually it's a very fast-paced energy. You have the 7 of Pentacles here as well. You are also gathering your fruit of labor, and you are being able to share it with other people, but you're very balanced in the way that you're doing so. You're sharing your energy, you're sharing your time, maybe you're sharing your gifts, right? And it's saying you're doing it in perfectly balanced manner. It seems like you're fixing yourself here more than anything else. I really want to talk about these two cards, and I really want to read the perspective card for you. I wasn't planning to do so bear with me. I'm going to get the book out. I hope I can find it quickly. Okay, here it is. So let's talk about this perspective card for you here. I want to breathe in and breathe out. It's almost like I'm being rejuvenated, literally like in detox card. I'm just laying down and I'm chilling and I'm observing everything, but I'm soaking all the good energy in. That's the way I'm feeling here, pile number 3. It says, take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. It's saying it's not a war. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out, out, out. There are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for our eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It is time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed, which I believe you're going to have the next week and a half. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We are wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of known universe, and the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. Boom. I like this introduction. This seems very reflective. It seems like you coming into a very peaceful state of mind, and you're gonna, it's almost like I'm seeing someone being fed up and saying enough is enough to themselves. I need to really take care of myself better. I need to honor myself better. And wherever you have been wasting too much of your energy, you are taking it back, you're regathering. And again, I want to breathe in and breathe out with this pile. Maybe you're going to do some breath work, and that's going to be super soothing and relaxing for you. I think for some of you, you're going to decide to give yourself extra sleep. What can you expect in your finances and career? Again, 6 of Pentacles is here. Everything is coming into balance. You might receive some type of a gift or maybe a promotion for some of you. I'm seeing here as well. You have the Chariot. You are very respected in whatever it is that you do. You have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, the Justice showed itself twice, so let's take it. Let's clarify 5 of Pentacles. Okay, 2 cards came out. You have the 8 of Pentacles as well as the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Strength in this deck. The Strength is basically the energy that I tried to describe to you, taking some time to heal and breathing in and out. And here, I want to say it seems like with the 5 of Pentacles here in this spread, you will not listen to maybe others' opinions or how other people are doing things, and you're going to decide to take control, and you're gonna be testing things out, what works for you and what doesn't. And somehow female is important here, or someone who has a strong feminine energy. Maybe someone will be able to help you out, or someone is going to say something which will allow you to feel even more authentic, almost like feedback, right? Do you, I'm hearing, do you, boo? You are not for everyone, remember? We had that card. Look at the Queen of Wands here. Look at what's happening at the bottom. A lot of people seeking for your energy, maybe at work, maybe a lot of clients, maybe a lot of followers. But it's, look at how she reacts to the whole situation. She's like, I know I'm good. I know I deserve this. I know I deserve the opportunities and the, what's the word I'm looking for? Attraction, I'm hearing. I know I can attract a lot, but I'm not for everyone. I'm sorry, guys. And here she's standing still. She's like, I know I got this, but you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna give myself to just everyone. So you're claiming back your power big time here. Big time. You're very visible for a lot of people here, and I think what you're deciding to do is to take a step back and see what you want to do about the situation. You have the Empress. You're fully in your feminine power. Now, regardless of the sex, right? If you're watching this and you're a male, you're going to be nurturing yourself more. You're going to be trusting your gut a bit more. You will want to take care of your body as well as your mind a bit more. You're prioritizing yourself and caring for yourself. I want to see for some of you, you are pregnant with ideas as well. And you might be changing the way you're doing things or how you approach your work, because whatever is not keeping you warm, whatever you do, even if it's paid very well, you will be like, what do I need to do about this to change things up? So I'm being honored by my crafts, or I am receiving, but this is very emotionally connected. I'm feeling good about what I do, and I am gaining the exact amount back that I put out there. And I'm talking energy purely. Okay, I want to pull an advice card for you here, guys, for career. And we're going to be only reading the bottom message of the true statement. Advice. We have breath. I mean, I kept breathing in and out, right? It says, I open up to all possibility. You are ready to let go of the suffering so that you can take in new possibilities. Release so you can receive. Yeah, it seems like you're gonna enjoy your work or your career much more. And it's purely because you're gonna decide to let go of something, or change your structure, or maybe change the way you look at work. And that's what's gonna bring out more of your authenticity, because you're like, from now on, I'm gonna do everything that I want to do and what represents me. You know what this reminds me of? I'm gonna give you an example. So let's take a musician as an example, someone who's been trying to create music for so long, and they've been pushed by producers to maybe create certain music that is, on the wave, or it's quite fashionable to listen to that music, but the artist is far away from that genre, right? And they're feeling a bit miserable. They still getting money for whatever they do, but they feel a bit miserable and kind of empty inside. And one day they decide to be their full authentic self. And what happens, they attract the tribe, and they attract so many more people, because people feel authenticity and people can relate to the messages that are not surface level, that are not only commercial, right? So that's something that I'm seeing here, to give you an example of how this feels like to me. From now on, I'm gonna do something that I love. or I'm gonna change my ways, I'm gonna change the structure, maybe schedule for some of you, so that it can warm my heart. And I hope it's making sense. I'm making sense here. All right. So since a lot of you guys have asked me to do relationship reading, I'm going to include that here, and I'm mostly focusing on those who are single or those who are not in a long committed relationship. You can watch this if you're in relationship, but you're going to have to translate the messages in your head, okay? We're going to start with Cocaine Tarot. I brought it back just for this reading. We're going to pull 3 cards and we'll go from there. What can you expect when it comes to relationship? Pile number 3, the next week and a half. You have the Devil. It's saying don't burn yourself. Or maybe this is for someone else who is in your energy field. Ooh. You have the 3 of Swords. Damn, look at this energy. And you have the Star. The main energy from this that I'm getting is saying, by chasing something that you want, do not burn yourself, do not hurt yourself. Someone's going through a disappointment of some sorts. Let me see, what is this? What is going on? We have the 9 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords. Oh, cards are flying. Yes, the Devil flew like crazy. We have 2 devils here. Let's see, what is this Devil about, to be more precise? What is this hinting at? We have the 4 of Swords. Oh, okay. This message came through straight away. It's saying what you will need to focus on, or where your attention will lie, you're gonna be shown. Now this is very personal, but I'm just gonna talk about this. You're gonna be shown that sometimes by ignoring certain things, they just end up hurting you. By ignoring things at the very beginning, I don't want to say red flags because I'm not feeling it here, but by ignoring your own needs maybe, or what it is that you want from certain relationship at the beginning, you're just continuously going to be hurting yourself, and there might be a lesson after lesson. Don't try to be, don't repress yourself. This is saying, you know what you want, and is it something that you have your eyes on actually hurting you? Or maybe this is you hurting someone. It can be also vice versa. Or is it making you feel happy? Because for most part we have 2 devils and the 3 of Swords here. There is some kind of attachment that is making someone disappointed, and it's because it seems like it didn't start right already, and it keeps being dragged and dragged and dragged. And the message basically saying here, what are you truly fighting for? Or what is the other person fighting for? Is it something that can be balanced? Yes, this can be worked on. But since we have 2 devil energies, this is being highlighted big time, that there is something that needs to be cut off, or some kind of behavior that needs to stop. What kind of person are you dealing with here? What kind of person are you dealing with here? You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Wands. I'm hearing stop blaming for some of you. Stop blaming. And the Sun. This person is represented, obviously this is not going to be for all of you, the same person, right? But for those who need to hear that, this person seems like they have a lot of fire in them, and this person is very capable of changing their life around, but it seems like they also are able to energetically influence other people too, but for the better. It's like they turn the wheel for people that they meet, right? And they do it, I'm seeing here, unintentionally. It's because the energy that they hold. And for some people, whoever cross paths with people like that, who are energy shifters in a way, right? They just have it about them. It can go both ways. So if someone wasn't paying attention to red flags, or someone who kept doing the same thing all over again when it comes to relationships, and it's not good for them with the devil, this might feel very invasive, and this might feel very hurtful, because something is being shown and something needs to be learned. For others, would be this person would inspire people to do so much more about themselves or take care of themselves, right? And it's very inspirational. So they are able to uplift people. So it depends what kind of category you are in here. What needs to be brought out of you? Is it the red flag, right? Or is it the part of you that wanted to be bursted out, but you maybe kept repressing it, and you're able to express yourself better and you have inspiration? Okay, what can you expect next week and a half in this relationship connection? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands, 2 knights. Okay, let's take both. 7 of Pentacles and Judgment. There's a wake-up call coming about this connection, that's for sure. A wake-up call. There is a similarity, it seems like, to both of these people's wounds. Maybe this is trauma bonding. This is talking about trauma bonding for some of you. But someone is waiting patiently for the wake-up call, for someone to be woken up. And that card wants to come out. Let's take it. And the Tower is here. Okay. Yeah, definitely a wake-up call is coming. Now, this can be... I don't want to put you all guys in the box and say that's happening for everyone. Bottom of the deck is 4 of Pentacles. Someone is declining some type of an offer here. Someone, it seems like they want to celebrate and they want to enjoy life. And that's something that is needed for them. But with that fire here, with the Tower and with the Page of Wands, and the wake-up call with the Judgment, it seems like someone's gonna see things for what they are, and they're gonna be pretty happy about it. I don't know who this is, you or the other person, but something is gonna happen very unexpectedly. Maybe a message will come through, or you're gonna hear about something. And it's almost like a lightning in a clear sky, and that's when everything will start falling into places, I'm seeing. And it seems like intuitively a lot of people are feeling that something big is coming their way. Something big is coming their way. Let's see, what is this Tower like? 8 of Cups. Yeah, someone is definitely like, I'm going. Sorry guys, I'm gonna adjust the lights a bit. Someone goes, I'm going. I gotta go. I have a wake-up call. I'm chasing after my dreams. And balance. And we have the Star before, right? The dreams. That's what I'm saying with the Moon card, dreams, not illusions. Someone is coming back home. That's what kind of message I'm seeing. And what I mean by coming back home, to themselves. Someone is finding themselves here. And bottom of the deck is Ace of Cups. There is a restart happening in relationship, that's for sure. There's a new potential, a new beginning here. But first of all, everything has to go down. The devil energy, that addictive energy, that pattern, that behavior, that cycle has to end for this to start, you see? Someone really wants to cleanse themselves from something. When I'm looking at this Ace of Cups, it feels like a very cleansing energy. I want to say there is two opportunities here. Maybe for some of you, you're choosing between a couple of people. Let's pull an advice card here for you guys, or just like a message when it comes to relationship. Okay, what needs to go with that Devil? Let's read the trigger statement for the first one. What needs to go? How can you help yourself, or how can this person help themselves? We have I am lost, a trigger statement, and it's a destiny card. You're not lost, this is saying. You're not lost. There is one more story. You know exactly what this is. I am unstable. I am lost and I am unstable. If you allow yourself to be, then that's true, it's saying. But you have full control. Let's pull a couple of messages of true statement. I am pure. As you align with the frequency of peace, the invasions from outside yourself and dissonance within are neutralized. Expel. Independence. It says, I am free to choose. You are ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you, the Devil energy, right? Conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey of healing and growth. Yes, let's get rid of this is saying, the Three of Swords and the Devil, right? And let's expel that. Let's expel that. Let's make sure, let's realize why some people think that they lost or are unstable. Am I being drawn to the unstable? Because that's what I'm thinking I deserve. Remember, you are not for everyone. We talked about this. You had a detox card. And detox card big time, I think, is talking about the Devil energy that came up twice here. What do I need to cleanse, expel? Let's focus on independence, right? The Star card seems in this deck, she's very independent. She's like, what do you want? You want some of my energy? Right? She's like, I know I got this. So I hope that this made sense, pile number 3. This was quite an interesting reading. And I'll catch you soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 4 people. So let's see what is going on with you the next 7 to 10 days from now. So we have the Great Severing, which is Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. We have a new Earth. It says it's happening. Keep holding the vision. We have tangibility, make your dreams real. Interesting. And we have release card. The trigger statement is I have nothing left. The true statement is I nurture myself. Dear one, it is time to settle. Create a sacred space where you can be. In that place of rest, healing will unfold. Ooh, this is big. It seems like you will try to solve some kind of an issue that's on your mind here with the Great Severing card. It's almost, it seems like through some kind of situation or emotion, there is a release happening here. Yeah, because we're starting with anger, and then we have, and you know, Mars energy is pretty strong. You're softening to love, either connected to someone else or yourself through a situation that at first might make you feel like, oh, damn, you know, or it's gonna be intense for you. And that's when you are creating a new vision for yourself, what kind of world you want to be in and what kind of world you want to create for yourself, and then you're making your dreams real. Interesting. Trigger statement, I have nothing left. True statement, I nurture myself. Yeah, maybe for some of you, you've been looking for a fulfillment outside of you, and now it's going to be a time when you're going to be looking inwards. Let's use the Urban Tarot for you. Let's see what is going on the next 7 to 10 days from now. Okay, wow. So we have the Nine of Cups pop up, and then we have the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands, which is nice. Nines and sixes are going to be pretty prominent here. I'm seeing maybe there's gonna be some kind of situation that might trigger you in your connected to your family or someone you're gonna hang around with, but it's somehow bringing you happiness at the end, and you feel like you're overcoming some kind of a situation that maybe it's connected to health, maybe it's connected to emotional health, right? Maybe it's connected to someone else's well-being, but someone is coming out on top here. You have the kindergarten teacher, which is the Princess of Discs here. Look, slowly but surely, you're walking towards the victory. And you're making your dreams real with a tangibility card as well as happiness. Let's read the tangibility card. It comes up to 5, it's 3 and 2. Changes in your dreams, or maybe the way you approach them. Okay, let's see. It says, is your head in the clouds? Are you feeling floaty and ephemeral? I probably butchered it. Lofty states of being are best appreciated when we are grounded. We have a couple of cards asking you to be grounded. Because the tension card says, dear one, it is time to settle. Almost like I'm seeing someone sitting down. Herbs, animals are our teachers. We have a kindergarten teacher here as well. When we float in life so long that we feel directionless or confused, they show us the way to practical action in the physical plane. I'd say pay attention to animals, that's for sure. Go outside a bit more. Maybe that's something that you're going to be doing in the future, because there was something that this teacher is growing on the windowsill here. And I never paid attention to this plant up until now. It says, animals live authentic lives and do not claim to be anything other than what they are. Consider the qualities of different animals. What are you drawn to in this current moment? The lesson you need and the best action to take lies in the connection you recognize. The unconditional love and joy of a dog, the shedding skin of a rebirthing snake, right? The sensuous purring of a cat, the chrysalis transformation of a butterfly. To find the answers you seek, it is time for animal connection and communion. Interesting. Maybe someone's getting a new animal, or you're just going to be approached by one and you're going to feel a connection, and then you're going to look up the spiritual meaning of it, and then you're going to have a light bulb moment. It says the girl of tangibility comes to know her dreams are possible as the bird alights on her crown and butterflies kiss her shoulders. The clouds of illusion part, and she can see her dreams made real by communing with her animal companions. And we're starting with the Nine of Pentacles, where all of these people are outside chilling, having a barbecue, it seems, hanging out together. A lot of you might be spending a bit more time outdoors, or maybe you're going to meet someone outdoors. Would it be an animal? Would it be a person? But there is a very nice connection happening here, almost like it's on a spiritual level, I'm seeing. And you in this state of wonder. What does the world have to offer for me? What is going to happen? But it's a very... It's almost like, you know, when you play your favorite song and then you zone out, and then you start being in this trance state. And that's how this pile feels like to me. What is coming? What the world has to offer? There is some kind of victory happening here. Let me see what this is. I'm going to use the Game of Thrones tarot. What is this victory about, please? You have the King of Cups. It's a lot to do with the heart space here. We have in the Six of Swords in the urban deck, we have the heart space being highlighted. In the Mars energy, it says softening to love. Again, heart space. And there was a connection to heart space, I believe, in tangibility card too, making a connection, right? Coming from heart. You're pretty happy about a person in your life, it seems like. What has happened with them or what will happen to them. You have the Five of Cups because, yes, someone before was disappointed. And now is their time to shine with that Six of Pentacles here. We have the Seven of Coins. Maybe it was a long awaited victory. Someone had to go through ups and downs here in order to get to where they want to be. Yeah, what did I say? Five of Spears is here. Let me check the camera angle. Good. Yeah, someone had to go through a lot of battles internally or maybe externally too in order to get to that victory. Look, another five, right? Look at this person. So it seems like that's where you've been before, and maybe at one point you are like, will I ever get there? Can I do this? Will this happen? And then Six of Wands comes up and then you're like, damn, my wishes came true. I feel happy. I want to celebrate with the Nine of Cups here, which is a wish fulfillment card, right? But somehow nurturing yourself is very connected to this, and allowing yourself to imagine the world that you want to live in, and it's almost like it starts to escalate, and the Judgment is here. There is a wake-up call awaiting for you energetically, okay? Seven of Swords, there's going to be things will come to the surface. What you haven't seen before, you will start noticing. Yeah, and what was put on hold for you, or maybe you did put that situation or project on hold or relationship on hold yourself. It's almost like this energy is like a push and pull energy here for me. Someone is, one day they're feeling super happy and the other day they forget about their accomplishment and they start wondering what's going to happen next. And I would say this is not the place to be for you. Celebrate your victories and soak every moment in the next week and a half, because you easily put down, and that's something that I think you're going to be learning what not to do. I don't know why I want to switch it up for pile number 4. I'm going to pull a couple of advice cards from the Ocean deck. It says, every step counts, slowly but surely. We talked about this. There's an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. Right? She's considering her options for sure. Looking at the Earth. This is not the week to rush, I would say, for you, okay? It's not the week to rush. Looking at the underbelly, it says, be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you are working on could use some fine tuning. Bottom of the deck, we have enjoy the journey. I mean, come on, right? Stay present and flexible. All of this pile, it's saying, hey, you're going to be spending a little bit more time with yourself, learning how to be a little bit more in the present moment. It says many changes are going on for you and around you. We had a lot of 5s for you, right? These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. It seems like a lot of you guys, that's what you're going to be doing. If you're struggling with this now, you're going to be learning how to do that, how to be present. Look at the kindergarten teacher, Princess of Discs. She's super present. She's like, oh, let me take a minute to observe my kids, you know, how well I've done. Those who are teachers yourself, you're going to have a great week. Or if you're teaching people something, you're going to be looked up to. I'm getting I'm hearing a lot of compliments will be thrown your way, and someone along this journey, someone is healing their heart space. So maybe the feedback that you get in is also healing you at the same time, because it goes both ways here. Okay, let's take a look at your finances and career. Finances and career for pile number 4. You have the Hermit. You have Justice. These are majors. You have the Ten of Swords. Okay, there are massive changes happening in your work life, that's for sure. What is going on? You have the Queen of Discs. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. You have the Queen of Wands. I'm seeing what's going to be important is filling documents, formalities, making sure that everything is correct and it's fair. Fairness will be important. It seems like someone is going to retreat a little bit, go within when it comes to work life in order to learn something, or to just take some time for themselves and think everything through. And there is something to do with legalities here, or forms, something along those lines. I'm seeing someone writing something down, like a paragraph that needs to be sent off or uploaded somewhere. And it seems like you are changing maybe the way that you want to work, or because we have the Queen of Discs here. When we clarified the Ten of Swords, someone is taking a bit of a different approach to their profession, their career, or their finances. Maybe if you have something connected to officials or law, a chapter is going to be over and done with. It's almost like I'm seeing something being signed off. But whatever it is, you ended up with Queen of Discs here, and this is a really nice place to be at. It's a peaceful place to be at. You are comfortable, you feel secure, you feel safe when it comes to your finances. It's something to do with the environment that you're going to be in as well. You're going to be pretty happy where you work, but it's purely based on indoors. It's the environment indoors, right? Maybe you love your office, maybe you're gonna have an altar if you work from home and you're doing something like this. Maybe you're going to decide to reorganize your place, or you're gonna be invited to work in a place where you're gonna feel like home. There's that sense of feeling like home here for you, and you're pretty happy about that. We have Seven of Spears and Knight of Swords. You protecting something here. Let me see what this is. You are in action mode. After you take some time to contemplate and to go within, soul search, you're then going to be prepared for action. Yeah, because you don't want to be disappointed, or you're helping someone out. Again, heart space is here connected to this too. I don't know what your career is, but maybe you're healing other people's hearts or healing their bodies or something along those lines. Someone is literally protecting their heart space by what they say. Like, let me help you, let me use my throat chakra, let me help you. Feel better. Look, and look what this guy is doing in the Four of Swords in this deck. It's almost like he's healing someone else here, and this person is just laying down and they're like, okay, I trust you. So maybe this is energy work. This can be any type of work, but it does seem like it's spiritual somehow. You know, sometimes people might say something in the workplace. Let's say if you're having a bad day, and someone says something to you, just one sentence, and that sentence sticks to you and it heals everything that you've been thinking about, right? The whole day. If you had a problem, this person says something, oh, it's just a job, you know? It's just a job. Like, they might say something along those lines and you're like, damn, I gotta wake up. Like, I'm overthinking. I am putting too much pressure on myself. This person is right. So there's something very healing when it comes to your work. I'm sorry if you can hear my washing machine, but I'm juggling things at the moment. All right. Page of Cups is here and the rest is too many. Yeah, there might be some kind of offering coming through here, I'm seeing, but from someone who, or someone wants to give something new, someone who is younger, or someone who's less experienced. Okay. Let's see, how can you help yourself when it comes to work, or maybe any advice that you could find useful. We're gonna only read the true statement. It says, I am powerful beyond measure. You are strong and capable. With gratitude, optimism, and action, manifest the life you desire. You know this already, right? You know this already. Okay. Let's take a look at your love life, since I've been getting for the past couple of weeks messages about romantic readings, so I decided to include it here. We're going to be looking at your relationship, but I purely want to focus on romance, and mostly for those who are not in long-term relationships. Now, you can still watch this, but you're going to have to translate the reading to apply to your situation if you are married or if you're in long-term partnership, okay? So let's see, what do you need to know about your love life the next week and a half? We've got Knight of Coins. We had a couple of Knights of Coins here today pop up. Okay, you have the Two of Coins. And you have the Page of Swords. By the way, this is the, I have this deck for a while now. I just don't use it very often. This is the Cocaine Tarot. Page of Swords, okay. There's definitely some kind of a message coming through here from someone who's been juggling, someone who has been pretty busy. Yeah, someone who tends to be a bit of a hustler. Or if that's you, you might be deciding to send a message to someone. But overall, I'm hearing one step at a time with that Knight of Pentacles. You have Death, the Empress. It seems like you're feeling yourself when it comes to connections. You might have a couple of options out there, Pile 4. Because a lot of people will see your, I want to say they will feel your aura, because you feeling yourself and then you spread this energy and people can feel that. The Magician is here as well. Look, I got all I need, right? The Empress, the Magician is here. Death for me represents who you used to be and how you're gonna be. Okay, for me this is a big shift in energy of how you see yourself, or maybe how you see this connection. But whatever the case, there is a lot of, I'm feeling a lot of chemistry here. Maybe you're gonna, oof, here you go. You see the cards are flying all over the place. The Page of Cups is here. A lot of chemistry, and someone might send you a message, giving you a compliment, or opening their heart. That's something that could happen too, I'm seeing here. We have the Six of Swords as well as the Five of Cups. Yeah, opening their heart to you about something that, or maybe that's you, it can be vice versa, about improving things when it comes to connections. I'm not really happy with this. There is something missing. I want to be open and I want to be vulnerable. Things have to improve with the Six of, almost said Six of Swords, but maybe for some of you, that's somehow relatable, because I talked about chemistry, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lot of fire for you coming up the next week and a half. I mean, you see what I'm talking about? The card just like explosion is happening here. Okay, let's see. I think these two people will be talking about the Chariot and the Knight of Cups. These two people will be talking about plans that they both have for their futures. This is definitely like a conversation that's going to touch on the future events, but that's something that is serious. And we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, there is a lot of fire here, pile number 4. That's for sure. Who is it that you're dealing with here? Obviously, it's not going to be the same for all of you, but let's just check on this energy. Who is it that you're dealing with here? A straight talker, someone who's very smart, very intellectual. The Wheel of Fortune. The 7 of Wands. Someone who tends to be very protective, maybe sometimes even overprotective, but maybe that's something that you're craving for or you need. You need that sense of security. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. 2 cards want to come up. This is a no BS type of situation here. I do believe 2 people will have a very honest conversation about, I'm hearing moving things forward, okay? And the mask will be on the floor. Any mask that these 2 people have will be ditched, and that's something that could improve this connection, you know, further. What do I want? What do you want? Let's put all cards on the table. What can you expect to happen? What can you expect to happen? You have the 9 of Swords, you have the 7 of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. This is definitely a situation that's teaching you a lot of things big time. This person seems like they taught you a lot already, and they will still be teaching you by the way they communicate, the way they treat you, and so on. But someone is going to be really worried here, I'm seeing, maybe not being able to sleep, maybe just, you know, it doesn't have to be worry only, thinking about the situation all over again. And that's going to be a reason why someone cannot fall asleep. But someone is being very patient. They're like, okay, let me just put everything into perspective. Maybe someone's gonna pour their heart out on paper and write everything down. But there's definitely an exchange of messages happening here. And it's almost like someone wants to open up about what this other person has taught them. And we have the Empress on the bottom. And the Empress is saying that I know my value, but followed by the 5 of Pentacles. Maybe the Empress doesn't want to hear something. Then she's like, don't want to hear this. Don't tell me that, right? And it's followed by the Queen of Wands. Again, it's a very passionate type of energy, and it seems like, I want to say, for pile number 4, you probably have a lot of people who have their eyes on you. You just have very natural, magnetic energy about you. And we have the 9 of Pentacles here as well, where there is that sense of independence, and that sense of independence is going to be drawing a lot of people in. It's not only about one person. It seems like you will be a little bit lost what to do when it comes to romance, because you're like, oof, I have this person, and then I thought about this person, and then I met someone new, and then you just like all over the place. And maybe it's difficult for you to decide what you want to do, because you have this vibe of independence, and maybe sometimes you feel like you don't need anyone, but then when you may be alone and you feel like, but maybe I do. And it's that push and pull type of energy here I'm sensing. Any advice for pile number 4 when it comes to romance? We have peaceful. It says choose the connections that are making you feel peaceful, where you're feeling secure and safe. The message here, it says, I find stillness within. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Go within to find peace there, and your life will reflect that. Maybe for some of you, you just have to spend some time with yourself in order to put everything into perspective. Yeah, both green cards, very grounding. It says, please hold space for the feelings you have. Honor them and be with them. Your burden will be lightened. And the true statement is, my heart is light. So tribe, I do hope that this was helpful. Thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.